Hi, this is Kevin Thomas, and welcome back to the At Home Film Festival. It's almost June, so I want to drag you into June with movies about drag queens. I had the inspiration from this young 8-year-old drag queen, Lactatia, who really shows how it's become more accepted over the years and decades for people to realize their true self and be whoever they want to be. A lot of this thanks goes to RuPaul, so thank you, RuPaul. Of course, we all love to watch RuPaul's Drag Race, but there's more to drag than RuPaul. There's so much talent involved in making movies and these TV shows, so I wanted to focus on 7 wonderful films that you should watch, because I'm dragging you into June. My other inspiration for this is All About Evil, which I have the DVD and I saw when it first came out from Joshua Grinnell. Love, 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 love this movie, but it's been so hard to find. But now, June is the month to find it. This movie will be live, this movie will be on Blu-ray, this movie will be streaming, so we can all enjoy this film with Natasha Lyonne, who plays sort of a meek woman who co-owns a movie theater with her father. The theater's in San Francisco, by the way. And anyway, she ends up killing her stepmother. And it was filmed, so it becomes kind of a snuff movie. So that's suddenly making her theater more successful. Wow, this really is very inventive. Joshua Grinnell, who directed this film, who also is Peaches Christ, a famous San Francisco drag queen, is actually sort of a protege for John Waters, so you know it has touches of him, especially with co-star Mink Stole. So here's how you can catch this movie. I have so many different ways that I wrote it down. It will be live in LA on June 9th. Then the Blu-ray comes out June 10th. Then it's live in San Francisco on June 11th. And then on June 12th, they're back in LA to do a signing of the Blu-ray. Wow, they're everywhere. That Peaches Christ really gets around. And then it streams on June 13th. Keep up with all these exciting activities with this by going to peacheschrist.com. And if you click on the live section, you could find out how to get tickets. And when it's live, Peaches really brings it out like all of her other live shows. It is over the top and it will be fun. And it's from a great local filmmaker with a great cast. Cassandra Peterson's in it and she is Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. So come on, let's watch it. I'm so excited. As long as we're in San Francisco with drag, why don't we view Shit and Champagne? You could find this on Hulu. Wow, but really went mainstream. Another San Francisco legend, Darcy Drollinger, wrote and directed this from her sort of off-Broadway San Francisco style show where she plays a down-on-her-luck dancer who actually gets involved with a crime. The crime is so ridiculous, I can't even talk about it. But it does involve people taking shots up their bum, and one of the side effects is shitting their pants. It's so funny, so inventive. I love this movie. It's got so much great San Francisco talent. It's got Matthew Martin, who's one of my favorite actors. You'll see in a minute. It's got really Darcy Drollinger's wonderful. Manny Canary's in it, Adam Roy, oh my God, Stephen LeMay. These are all local heroes of San Francisco. James Arthur, I just saw him up there. Oh, there's just so many people, I get so excited, but it's very, 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 very funny. It's a midnight movie in the making, but yet, when you stream it, you can watch it at noon. Great, go to Hulu. Oh, Darcy, I love you. I love you. Our next movie I've talked about many times, but we have to include it in drag, right? It's Baby Jane from Billy Clift. You could rent it for a few dollars on Prime or on Here TV, get a subscription. Oh my God, Billy Clift remakes Bette Davis movies and puts Matthew Martin in the lead role, and they are always so funny, such parodies. I really think Matthew should have been up for an Oscar for this one. I don't know why he wasn't nominated, but he plays the Bette Davis role. He is so amazing in this. He's also well supported by J. Conrad Frank and really the whole cast. In fact, of all these 3 movies, I haven't mentioned one star that kind of comes in and steals scenes from everybody else, and that is Heclina. Heclina is a San Francisco drag legend as well, and she's in all 3 of the movies I discussed so far in supporting roles. Heclina is a scene stealer, Bitches, beware. Let's take a look at a little scene with Matthew Martin eating up the scenery and spitting it back in our face. There's that scene stealing Heclina.
The local dick.
Hello, Miss Jane. I'm Detective Bill Kovacs. We had spoken on the phone. We've been keeping an eye on the house.
You've been keeping an eye on the house?
Everyone's snooping. Even the gigolo who just wanted to get paid.
There's nothing in there. Just an old cat. An old stinky cat. She's going to die. Oh no, she's just got a headache.
Until it all becomes too much.
You forgot some money!
Now let's take a look at some classic drag movies that are from big studios. And it's funny, when I was researching this, I realized a lot of movies have three main characters working together, especially when they're women. So here we have Some Like It Hot, which you could rent on Amazon for a few dollars, often on TCM and occasionally at movie theaters. It's one of the funniest movies ever made, with Jack Lemmon and Tony Curtis witnessing a crime by the mob. So they have to dress up like women to play in a band so the mob doesn't find them. Of course, they get mixed up with a real woman, and we're talking a real woman, Marilyn Monroe. I mean, oh, whoo, girl. But this movie is very, very funny, and it did make me think there are so many movies where they have three female characters. It's like they don't do that as much with male movies. So, But interesting thing, because the other two movies I'm going to show from big studios also have three characters. What else are they? Let's look. The Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. You can't find a more fun movie than that. You could watch it on Pluto or Tubi or for a few dollars on Amazon Prime. It won an Oscar for its costumes, which you could see why. It's got three drag queens on a road trip from three terrific Australian actors that we all know: Terence Stamp, Guy Pearce, Hugo Weaving. We know them from so many other things. This is really a happy, jubilant, exciting movie. It's very funny. It became a Broadway musical, which I would see anytime it came to town in any format, because it's just, it makes me smile. It makes me laugh. And you should laugh and smile with me. So let's watch Priscilla and take the road trip of all trips, shall we? Some might think Tu Wong Fu, Thanks for Everything, Julie Newmar, is the American ripoff of Priscilla, but I find it fun on its own. It's got three very popular American actors: Patrick Swayze, John Leguizamo, Wesley Snipes, and they were contestants in a beauty pageant of drag queens. There was a tie between two. Anyway, they go on a road trip and take John Leguizamo with them. They had to cash in their expensive airfare, or actually bus ticket, I think, to buy a car. So this is yet another fun road trip. It brings in Stockard Channing into it. Very fun. I am so glad these actors decided that it's okay to do drag. It's not going to ruin your career, because this was very fun, very well received. You could just pay a few dollars and get it on Amazon Prime. You know, give me some feedback, give me some comments. I can't wait to share this with you. And I have saved the best for last. Really one of the drag inspirations of all time. So stay with me, because we got one more movie. Let's show it. How can you talk about drag without including Divine? And how could you not want to include all Divine movies? So I'm cheating. I am doing the documentary I Am Divine, which encompasses the life and story of Divine and how he grew up as a bullied fat boy and how he embraced that and became a great icon to the gay world. You could rent this for a few dollars on Amazon, or it's on Tubi for free. Really, really, really. Jeffrey Schwartz, who directed it, does a great job with all his documentaries. If you're not a fan of documentaries, all of his movies are so entertaining that you will be enlightened, you'll be delighted, and you'll be happy. And we need to make sure Divine is represented when we're talking about drag. Love him or her. See, my version, and someone can correct me if you're wrong, when it's a drag queen, when they're not dressed in drag, it's a he. When they are in drag, I address them as she. Somebody feel free to correct me. I don't want to get canceled, but that's how I've always done it. So let me know. Comments below. Appreciate it. Well, that's our show of the week. Thank you for tuning in. I couldn't leave without a scene from a Divine movie. Here's a scene from Pink Flamingos. That is not Divine. That is Edith Massey. Love her. She's so funny. I hope you subscribe and share. Yeah. And please comment below. I love comments. In the meantime, let's leave a little with Edith Massey.
Babs, on Thursday. We'd like you to come and see Edie's date.
Well, I would be honored to attend, especially with such a beautiful date. And now, Edie, what will it be today? I have grade A extra large. I have grade A large. I have medium. I have small. I have brown. And I have white. Why, look, just look at these. So fresh you could hardly believe it. Why, they're just begging to be scrambled or fried or poached or hard-boiled, all around ready to be thrown into a big, fat, juicy omelet. How about it, Edie? What would it be for the lady that the eggs like the most?
I want them all. I'll have the brown ones and those great big white ones, and I'll have those over there, and I want them for frying and for scrambling, and for hard-boiled, for snacks. Oh, God, and I'll have those over there.
All right, Edie, we'll buy them all for you. How's that? We'll buy them all.
Oh, Cotton, you make me so happy. You and the Eggman. Please, Mr. Eggman, please don't ever quit your job. I'll always want eggs. Always and always and always.
Miss Edie, as long as there's chicken laying and truck driving and my feet walking, you be sure that I will bring you the finest of the fine, the largest of the large and the whitest of the white. In other words, that thin shell ovum of the domestic fowl will never be safe as long as there are chicken laying and I'm alive, because I am your Eggman and there ain't a better one in town.
Oh, Mr. Eggman.
How many Eggman are in town? That's what I want to know.